Hello, Goosebumps fans. Let's just talk about Big Omega. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to explain how difficult it is to deal with Big Omega Goosebumps universe. The Goosebumps universe, Big Omega. The Big Omega Goosebumps universe. That one's going to be hard to do. So hard. Because first things first, you have the original 62 books. Sadly, you have, of course, My Best Friend's Invisible. That means that that's the last book that ever happened in the whole entire world of Goosebumps. So that Earth, planet Earth, after that book hits, well, technically it's before that book hits. Basically, humans are far and wide between the fact of they have humans in zoos. Humans aren't occupying Earth. Something happened to them, which of course Big Omega, things of Big Omega, that includes every single story. We saw that in Tales That Gives You Goosebumps. Tales That Gives You Goosebumps? No, Give Yourself Goosebumps. Yeah. Which one was it? I forgot which one it was. It's like, yeah, I just talked about it and now I forgot which one it was. But anyway, so the one that actually dealt with a kid breaking a alien mind scheme and he wrecked their freaking kid force and they invaded. That's how in Big Omega all hell broke loose, to where not all the humans survived that. So with that said, that is the reason why we lead to the last book in that whole entire universe is, of course, My Best Friend is Invincible. There you go. At least I can establish that part. Now, the original Goosebumps series works. That's good. The 2000 series blends in. Tales That Gives You Goosebumps, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. Gotta admit, that's got to be a little bit of an issue. Because it's like there's some that might twist and turn things. And, well, technically, in one Give Yourself Goosebumps, guess what? King Jelly Jam returns. It's like, oh crap. It's like, yeah, King Jelly Jam actually returns in it. Even though it's like, we don't know exactly which is the true ending, but it's most likely the one with the twist. So the good endings, even though I'm pretty sure the good endings have a twist, we don't know which ending is the ending of the book. So we don't know really, except for one, which is of course the one with the diamond mind. Well, not diamond mind, but the kids going to freaking labor force. So yeah, it's like that one we know the ending of, but all the other ones we do not know. So with that said, just like Give Yourself Goosebumps is one thing that you're gonna have to tackle when going against the Big Omega Goosebumps universe to make it actually work. Then, of course, we have the short stories where I think they're contained, so they could even be sprinkled elsewhere, I suppose, except, well, Slappy has control in Slappyworld universe, so that means, nope. Nope. Yeah, ha, nope. Let me try to remember. So, technically, when it comes to Slappyworld, though, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm just diverging right quick. And so, Slappyworld, I think the Monster Blood books happen in Slappyworld. The Night of the Living Dummy books might have happened in Slappyworld. Not all of them. But I think at least the first 5 happened. Chances are. And possibly even Son of Slappy too, because, well, he has powers now. He got lots of powers. So since he has that new power, chances are that means that, yeah, Slappy is getting very, very powerful. So, damn. Then we have Horrorland, which Horrorland can blend into Big Omega, but we have the biggest issue of all, which is one, Clay doesn't exist. Well, I think Clay does exist. The thing is that I think Return to Horrorland does not exist. I don't think Return to Horrorland got a release by Brandon Dorman. So, yeah, that one's thrown out the window. Yeah, that one's gone. Even though it's like, yeah, hold on, let's see. Did he pinch them all? Yeah, he pinched them all, but I think in the second book, they got arrested. I think that thing got closed down completely. But I think technically with the Horrorland, it would work. I think Return to Horrorland will work as well. Because the new person came in and he was able to swoop in and do control, so never mind, that works. Anything else that needs to be mentioned? And let me just make sure that this is muted. Okay, good. There we go. Is there anything else? I think he only just dabbled with his own stuff and Monster Blood. There is no one else that he dabbled with or made stories with. But of course, technically, we could even say that I think Monster Blood, even though it existed, it might actually not exist though. It's like the books is kind of wavy because we don't know what the Monster Blood did in Monster Blood is Back. Because guess what? It was all a dream. It ended up as a limousine. So it's like, oh crap. So if it's all a dream, that means we don't know if the Monster Blood actually will do anything. But technically, Monster Blood won't do anything at all. So I guess we could say that, yes, it works. It's perfectly fine. The only messed up part is that Monster Blood for breakfast is thrown out the window. I mean, yeah, technically all the Horrorland books is thrown out the window. Yeah, I think, yeah, Slappyworld, yeah, froze out Horrorland books. So Horrorland books don't exist in Slappyworld. Big Omega, yes, but you're going to have lots and lots of issues. Lots and lots of issues. So, yeah, let's see. So, yeah, we're actually at Slappyworld. I mean, at Horrorland. So Horrorland, again, Slappy has a tape recorder, something inside of him, which I thought he modified him to where it's like it's inside of his thing and he can't take it out. If he could take it out, then, someone needs to tell me if he could take it out. But I'm pretty sure it's stuck in there. If it's stuck in there, then yeah, why doesn't he ever use it? I mean, I guess it won't be useful at all, but I would still kind of like it to be hinted at it's still inside of him. Just saying. As for everything else, I think, yeah, then we have the messed up details of the Horrorland books. Some of them actually says that, like, for instance, Creep of the Deep, just got it again. They just straight up took the second book and said, screw you, and it's gone. So that's the first issue where it's like, I think the Horrorland books aren't in the Big Omega. I think that's one that's most likely just thrown to the side, being like, yeah, there might be their own universe. It's like, yeah, if you're trying, of course, Big Omega, you have no choice but to fit it in. If we really have no choice but to fit it in, even though it's like, yeah, it's Big Omega, got to fit it in. It's like, well, I don't know. I don't think Big Omega will allow you to do it unless we make another Big Omega, and then you're going to have to pick and choose what happens there. Then, of course, we have Hall of Horrors, which I'm pretty sure that's all good. Most Wanted too. I think that might be all good as well. But of course, yeah, don't quote me on that. So then after that, of course, now we get to Slappyworld, where Slappy somehow became ultra powerful. So I don't know. It's like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Like, okay, so let's just go with the fact of Slappy's ultra powerful, and most likely in the very end, it's just Slappy here. And of course, Snappy. So basically, ventriloquist dummies are all around the world now. They control the world. It's like, well, if the aliens took over, destroyed the world and left it, then does that mean, like, let's just say for America, they took over all of the Americas. It's like, yeah, Canada's taking over, and they took over Mexico and South America. So all those aliens are there. And then, of course, we go to the other side. And it's like the other side, there might be some humans. We don't know for sure. And it's like, yeah, in that case, it's like, did the aliens took over the whole entire planet or some of it? Then does that mean that now we have sovereign nations of where all hell Slappy, all hell Wally, allegedly, all hell Snappy, all hell, Goldie's a rat. I don't know if she can convert back or not. As for Dennis will most likely get killed. I think Rocky is not alive anymore. I don't know. Yeah, and then we get to the messed up big reveal where it's like, then if Slappy's super powerful, does that mean he has his kryptonite is the words? Yeah, but if we're fitting this in the Big Omega, how has the words become very, effective to him if the third book said that, nope, it didn't work. Ha ha ha. A point blank range too is like, I'm trying to do a whole thing of where you have attic levels. Like you need to be like 2 floors away from him for it to work. If you're not 2 floors near him, the words don't affect him, but they did a point blank range, which is like, dang it. So it's like, yeah, we gotta explain that. So the powerful he is, the more the words actually causes issues. And if so, it's like, well then Bride of Living Dummy, he didn't have powers though. And it's like it worked on him, but he has no power. Yeah, you see why Big Omega is a big issue here. It's a real big issue. So this is the reason why Big Omega, I don't deal with this. So Big Omega, again, is the Goosebumps world with every single book and story known to man. But it causes so much turbulence to the point where it's like, it's either the Big Omega is going to be very, very messed up and has lots and lots of cracks, or B, there might be 2 Big Omegas, or just the fact of the Big Omega omits many of the books, which basically the Big Omega just means that, oh, it's just the OG movie. I mean, the OG universe, or the Goosebumps 2000 universe, or the Slappyworld universe, even though I'm pretty sure Slappyworld, many other books might have happened. Definitely. Many other books could have happened in Slappyworld. We just can't tell what. It's like, we just can't tell what. And as for the Night of Living Dummy ones, unless we're talking about the fact that he kept on growing more and more and more powerful to the end of, oh, good Lord. We might even omit those from the Slappyworld books, because it's like, yeah, it's sign of weakness, but considering the words actually got very powerful in Bride of Living Dummy, well, I don't know. This is where it caused lots of issues here. So the Big Omega universe with all the freaking books, it just doesn't work that well. And that's why I don't touch the Big Omega. That's why I only do other universes that isn't Big Omega. And I'm pretty sure when it comes to Slappyworld, there is books that pertains to it. Yeah, definitely. There's many other books that's OG and Goosebumps, and maybe even, 2000, and even Give Yourself Goosebumps, and even the short stories might fit into that universe. But for right now, I'm just focusing on the fact of where it's Slappyworld. He gets to say whatever the hell he wants. He's a freaking god in that universe. You see how powerful he is in that universe? He's God. So that's why, actually, when it comes to Snappy, and he's only in that universe, technically, unless we're talking about the Big Omega universe, or he tried to collide with any other ones, but even if we try, there might be some issues. Lots and lots of issues. Like, for instance, let's just say the turbulence that actually is okay. OG universe. Mr. Wood and Slappy. Goosebumps 2000 universe, Wally and Slappy, and Mr. Wood, or Mr. Wood and Slappy and Wally. I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure that one out. Slappyworld, Slappy and Snappy. Because Slappy is in charge. Slappy is all powerful. He can change stuff. He can go into dreams. You think he doesn't actually able to change reality? Oh, pretty sure many of the Slappy books, he lied to us on how it ended. Pretty sure he did. I mean, come on. Luke over there and his friend just straight up just abandoned him after he told him everything. And you're telling me that, come on. That definitely can't be the ending. What was her name? Annalie, that jerk ass. Pretty sure she actually got changed for the best too, for Slappy's well-being. So I'm trying to tell you that he might be lying to us in that universe, or he's changing it to the point of where it's kind of crappy, but hey, he wins. He's able to change things in that universe. And thus is why you can't argue that Snappy and Slappy are made of cursed wood. He doesn't care about Mr. Wood. He's able to change the fabric of reality in that universe, and probably even Big Omega. So, just making sure that Big Omega is something I don't want to tackle. But hey, if you want to tackle it, go for it. But for me, oh no. That's why I'll never have any theories that's a part of Big Omega. Possibly. Have a scary night.